Hey guys, we're going on another wild camp tonight, but I'm feeling really nervous because it is freezing cold. Like, it is due to snow tonight, cold. I'm not good with the cold. I've never really camped in this kind of cold, so I don't know if I'll be able to stay the whole night, but figured I gotta try it, right? So let's see what happens. Look, you can see there's a bit of snow on the ground already from last night. It snowed just a little bit. So here's the plan. I'm in this wooded area and it kind of just stretches for miles and miles and miles. So I don't really have a plan. I'm just gonna kind of keep walking until I find somewhere that I like and then pitch up there. But I figured that like camping in a woods would be a good idea for like my first really cold wild camp, just because I didn't want to push it too far. If I was somewhere higher up or way more exposed, then obviously that's going to be even colder.
The forecast for the night was temperatures of -1 and snow showers all throughout the night. The white clouds above definitely looked like they were carrying snow, but with the forest so close to the coast, I wasn't sure if it would actually fall as snow or rather rain. I made the most of the earthy yellow, brown and green tones as I walked, in case they were soon to all be painted in white.
There's some farmers' fields behind me, and have you ever seen like pheasants just pop up in farmers' fields? There's something about like the way they run and move and like peek up. It kind of reminds me of like, they move like a dinosaur, I kind of feel like. You know, in Jurassic Park movies where they're kind of like shuffling through all the corn and suddenly they pop out. It really reminds me of that. I really like watching them. Look at the little beads of snow. So pretty. I've really missed snow. Before I moved up here, I lived right down south in England in Sussex, and you know, we haven't had like actual snow in, I don't know, over a decade. If you're lucky, the most excitement you'll get is like a sprinkling that will turn to mush by midday, and then it just gets on everyone's nerves because there's just ice everywhere. So to have like a proper winter up here is something I'm really looking forward to, despite not being able to hack the cold. It's just so beautiful when it's snowy, isn't it? Okay, we got to a crossroads. I can go one of 4 ways. I can go wherever I want. I shall go where my heart tells me. I feel drawn in that direction. So there we shall go. It's really quite fun, this, not knowing where you're going. Just pick the path that you feel more drawn to. An exciting way to explore.
I came to a lot more crossroads on my way, and each time I just took the path I felt drawn to. Whatever path I took though, it was surrounded by tall pines and tiny pockets of snow were scattered around the floor amongst dropped needles.
See one in this woods before. I know they're here, but they're so hard to see. And I just happened to catch like a glimpse of movement. I looked up and it is a red squirrel, and I can barely show you because it is so high up and it's just a shadow. And he's just sitting there now, so I think he must, or she must, feel that I'm watching them. Maybe that's why they're being so still. So I might move on a bit. I don't want to freak it out, but I also just want to watch it. They are so beautiful. I just found. Look, someone's made an A-frame shelter, and they've like gone to the effort of like cover it in moss as well. Looks really cozy. Looks like it would be a really cool place to sleep actually. But I'm no good at fieldcraft and tracking skills and working out what's been where in general. However, if I just show you the floor of this place. So we have Moams, Tango Ice Blast, drumsticks, Doritos, a very rusty saw, headphones, and charger cable, more Doritos, chewits, a cone, a tree carving. Is that meant to be a love heart? Yeah, so as I was saying, not an expert, but like me, you may have a suspicion who's using this space. So I think I won't be camping there because I might intrude on their space and there might be a lot of little people suddenly around me.
Once I left the camp, the weather took a very sudden turn, with the wind suddenly picking up and snow falling in the distance.
Okay, it's suddenly like just got quite windy and like really grey overhead. There might even be small flakes coming down. I can see something kind of swirling, like the odd one or two. It just changed really quickly. Up until now it's actually been quite a lot of blue sky, so I was thinking, oh, maybe it actually won't snow at all. But it's like, yeah, suddenly changed. Something is coming down. It's not quite rain, it's not quite snow. I feel like I just need to pitch up now. I just need to get myself sheltered. So literally the next place I find that's good to pitch up. Ooh, I'm gonna pitch up. I'm gonna go here and pitch up. It's not the best pitch I've ever chosen. It's really tight in there. There was barely enough room for my tent. So it was a bit of an effort to get it up. I kept like walking into twigs and stuff. But now it's up, it's really cozy. And it was trying to snow, but it stopped now that I got my tent up. So it rushed me into that for nothing. Yeah, now I don't know what to do now.
Even without the colder and more challenging weather, winter camping definitely has a different feel to the summer because of the light. With the sun setting at mid-afternoon, suddenly the time I might be setting out at in the summer is the time I already need to be at my pitch in winter. With it pitch black by 4:30, it leaves a lot of time to be with yourself. I tend to watch nature for as long as I can while the light still exists, and then I read or write or listen to music until I feel tired. I do also get bored sometimes, but I quite like that too. In our fast-paced and busy world, I feel like boredom isn't something a lot of us experience much of nowadays. I find it quite healthy for me to not know what to do with myself, to just sit in the feeling of boredom and see where my mind takes me.
Well, the sun, as you can see, is starting to set. It's still only like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, but that's just the light you get at this time of year, and it is noticeably getting a lot colder. Probably not helped by the fact that I'm not moving anymore. Definitely not helped by that. But you know, I've layered up to the best of what I own, and my sleeping bag should cover me. It's comfortable down to -5, but we'll see how that goes. And I have a really good R rating sleeping mat, so it's not like I'm just going out with bad equipment. I've got good stuff. It doesn't change the fact that it just is cold, and cold is cold, and my body also just really struggles to be warm in general. So yeah, just an interesting combo really. But as I said, it's not going to get cold to a dangerous point really for me tonight, and if it does, you know, worst case scenario, I'll just have to walk back out and come back the next day and collect my tent. What that place is going on again. The exciting moment will be in the morning when I open the tent and see if there's any snow or not.
I waited until the last little bit of light had faded before getting in my tent and holding up in my sleeping bag, watching the sun melt against the shadows of the gulls and behind the trunks of the trees. All that was left to do now was to stay warm and to see if the night brought with it any snow.
Morning everyone. I'm not gonna lie, that was like the least fun camping night I've ever had. I have actually already been outside because I just wanted to get up and go in the morning, so I've put down half my tent. This is just the outer layer now, and yeah, there's no snow, but I could have told you that without going outside because it rained all night long. At first it was kind of like it was like a sleep and it was cold. My phone says it got to 1 degree, so it didn't actually get below 0, but I was really cold the whole night. Yeah, and I just couldn't get to sleep, and I just want to get home and be warm, to be honest now. And I'm still glad I did this one just to see what it was like, but it's kind of making me thinking, I don't know what I'm gonna do about camping in winter, like if I actually want to or can. Because yeah, I really struggled in this cold, and that wasn't even like the cold that would be present if it really had snowed. And I really love the idea of like waking up in the morning and seeing a snow-covered landscape, but I don't like the idea of sitting in the cold waiting for that to happen. Alright guys, not gonna lie, normally I would kind of keep recording and showing you things as I leave the camp and wind up, but I just want to get back. I'm really cold and I'm wet. That was the longest it's ever taken me to get my tent down. I guess just like with cold hands, with everything wet, I don't know, it just took a million times longer when you really don't want it to. One thing I am thinking though is, it wasn't cold enough right next to the coast here to snow, but it rained all night from snow clouds. So somewhere else got a massive dump of snow, and I'm gonna go find that snow. So my next video, I will show you snow. Probably won't be camping in it, but maybe we can go to the mountains or something. I found something on my way out that has brightened my morning. Have you guys ever seen one of these puffball mushrooms? And when you touch them, their spores like erupt, they come out. Isn't that so fun? It's so much fun. And that's their like dispersal technique. So it can be, well, I guess humans like me that get excited and poof them. It can be animals that brush past them and do something similar, but also just rain, droplets of rain. Obviously will do much less dispersal than me bashing my foot against it, but yeah, rain will do the same, and so that's how they disperse. So yeah, last night with all the not snow, it would have spread a lot of spores around. They're good fun. It would also be interesting to hear, like, if I'm not doing wild camps for the next couple of months, what would you like to see? The wild camp videos always do so much better than anything else, so I feel like that's what you find most interesting. But yeah, I don't really want hypothermia. So let me know what other things are of interest and I'll see what I can do. Thank you for watching this wild camp. Wasn't my best one, but I had a good run and I've learned a lot as always. So thank you so much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Bye.